are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene, and I am the content creator for Marlene Motivates, your mindset shifter. And like I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey everyone, I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and on this channel, I speak about motivation, inspiration, mindset shifting, and self improvement. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as a fellow motivator, and of course, join my channel membership to get member only perks. Yes, join my channel membership to get member only perks. So today we're going to be speaking on this topic of make it make sense. Make it make sense. So let's see who is in the chats. Hey James, welcome. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're well. Appreciate your support, and as always everyone, I appreciate the likes that you give me because it helps my channel analytics. So let's get into this topic. Make it make sense. We know about things that are logical, things that are important for us to grasp, and there are some things that in life that just don't make any sense. There's people who don't make any sense. How our brain works, our mind thrives on things that we can put in certain categories and break it down so that we can understand. But there are things in life that just absolutely make no sense. People who make no sense. And how we go through our lives is based on making things that maybe don't make sense to anybody else but us. And I wanted to cover this topic, make it make sense, because it's so important to make things in our life make sense to us. Because at the end of the day, you being an adult, your peace of mind, everything in your life must make sense to you. It does not matter who else it makes sense to. There are some ridiculous things that happen, sick things, twisted things, evil things that are happening right now in real time. But we have to allow ourselves to, what are we going to process and allow our mind to think on and what we're going to shift and put to the side. There are a lot of things that we give so much weight and we give it so much power, and that is what holds us back from getting to our next level and achieving peace in our lives. Hey, Tam Tam, welcome. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Hey, Wellness, how are you? Welcome in, and thank you all for the likes. Appreciate it. That's how we cope with our lives, is taking something that may be illogical, maybe something stupid. It always takes a person who's an innovator, a person who is very intelligent to see something that other people don't see, and we make it make sense to us. There's a lot of crazy things, stupid things, maybe something that hurts you. We are going to talk about that on the 29th. It's going to be a part of the empowerment conference that will be coming up with myself. I am Tracy Lee, Boss Life Online, and Coach Mary, and Coach Sherry, and the amazing Sylvia. And we're going to be bringing the heat. We're going to be bringing the fire to let you all know about all of these things that maybe can break others down, clog us, hold us back, but we want to shift that. You know, I am your mindset motivator. It's so important for me to use my platform to motivate others, to encourage others so that they can thrive. So I welcome you to come to that conference, which is going to be on Saturday, July the 29th, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's get back into this topic. Make it make sense. The most important thing in this life is for your life to make sense to you. A lot of people don't understand that concept. We spend so much of our time and our energy pouring into things that make no sense to us, but we do it because we want to be people pleasers. We want to help our families. We see something that is disturbing or toxic to our peace, our happiness, our personal growth, and we constantly allow ourselves to be surrounded by it. What are you allowing yourself to be surrounded by? What are you allowing yourself to think? Are you allowing your mind to dwell on negative things? Are you allowing your mind to become bogged down with other people's problems? Unfortunately, those who have some mental health issues, those who are angry and bitter, those who have not worked on their skeletons in their closet, those who are just lazy, they put all of their problems on us. Their bitterness, their anger, their lack of, direction, they allow all of that to get them sidetracked, and they try to put it on you. And if you allow it, you're going to get sidetracked as well. That's why this conversation is so important. We have to find out the things that is hindering us in our life. Who are some of the people that we're around? Are they truly positive people? Are they encouraging you to get to your next level? Are they allowing you to be who you are? Are you they giving you the space, the grace, the mercy, the wherewithal? Are they feeding your spirit? Are they putting a fire behind you? And if the answer is no, then why are you allowing them to stick around and to stay in your space? See, we try to make it make sense to us, right? We try to allow people, we hide behind the label of saying we love people. Now, love is kind, it's patient, it's understanding. It doesn't hurt us, it doesn't harm us. So just saying we love someone as an excuse does not does not allow us to hide behind that and say, because they say they love me, I'm going to allow them to hurt me. I'm going to allow, because I love this person, I'm going to put myself in a corner, or I'm going to stay stagnant and still just because I'm not feeding into my own dreams. I'm not believing in my own purpose. See, that doesn't make any sense. You have to allow yourself to win. You have to allow yourself and give yourself the freedom to win. And it starts with the thoughts that I can do things, that I deserve good things, that I believe in myself. And we can't make that make sense to us until we cleanse our environment. We cleanse ourselves of old things, of toxic things, of things that were self harming, even the ideas and thoughts that you may have had previously. What are some of those? I wasn't, I'm not a good mother. I'm not a good father. I wasn't a good sister or a daughter or an auntie. We always think about the times when we failed other people, and it can drain us. It can make us stay still in a position for the rest of our lives until we give ourselves the opportunity and the space and the freedom to fly. See, I want you to fly. I want you to spread your wings. And I want you to visualize yourself and see yourself at the top of a mountain as whatever bird. An eagle is always my preference. I see myself as an eagle at the top of the mountain, and I'm surveying the whole area to see where I want to fly out to. Then it takes you having that leap of faith and believing in yourself. And then you just leap off and you spread your wings. See, I want you to spread your wings in that way. And we can't spread our wings, jump off, and take to flight until we cleanse our space. Now, how do we cleanse our space? It starts first with our mind. You have to go through and you have to purify your mind from toxic thoughts. And some of those toxic thoughts may have been, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not old enough. Maybe your thing is your looks. Maybe you think you don't have enough intellectual ability. Maybe you think you don't have enough knowledge. Maybe you've just been beat down so much by people in your family pronouncing evil motives on you. Or maybe you've been told because of some things maybe you did in your past, and you start believing that your past is your present. But you have to make your life make sense to you, and your life isn't going to shift and start making sense until you give yourself that mercy, that freedom, that peace to let it go. And I'm telling you, when you let it go, that is where you leap off that mountain. Can you see yourself leaping off that mountain and taking your wings and spreading them out and flying? See, I want you to take to flight in your life. I want your dreams to be bigger than you ever thought it could be possible, bigger than anything than you have imagined. Anything than you have imagined. What are some of the things that you imagine? What are some of the things that you hope for? Understand that it's possible. It's possible to have, it's possible to be, but you have to give yourself that permission. You have to believe that you can, and you have to shift your mind power in that direction. How are you shifting your light? The word is in the house. Hey, the word, welcome. And everybody who is in here and anybody who is watching on the replay, myself and the word, we will be doing collaboration this coming Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where he's going to be sharing about positive mindset. So I welcome you to come to that discussion this coming Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, welcome the word. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, always Tam Tam. We have to give ourselves that permission, and it's more than just telling ourselves that we can. It's deeper. It's believing that. It's fully convincing ourselves. It's that mantra, the thought that when all the chips are stacked against you, when you're in a bad mood, when people have hurt you, when the negativity arises in your own mind and you're probed by self-harming thoughts that will keep you stagnant and in the same place, what is your mantra to get you out of that dark space? And I'm telling you that you have to have something that whenever things are illogical, things are nonsensical, you have to say that to yourself and convince yourself to get out of it. My mantra, my statement for my life is you have the divine right to success. Because if you believe in your purpose for the reason that you're here, and I believe that in my reason and my purpose to be here is to help people to pay it forward, because when I strengthen myself, I can pour into others to pour into another person and pour into another person. It's an effect. See, my cause and my purpose is to maintain my strength, maintain my mindset so that I can ignite the fire in someone else. See, I want to ignite the fire within you, even if it's dormant, even if it's little tiny thoughts. Maybe you just have little tiny seeds right now, some little thoughts. But what are you doing with those little tiny thoughts? Are you brushing it to the side and just saying, oh, I don't think I can do it? Are you convincing yourself? Are you in the planning stage? Use a little tiny seed. All it takes is a little tiny seed of hope. And then when you plant that seed, allow it to blossom. You water it, you nurture it, you harvest. You harvest your plan. You harvest what your talent is. See, you can't just know you have a talent, leave it dormant, hide it. I always call it dimming your light. Don't let life, problems, money, whatever it is that may have you stagnant in your life, never allow problems and people to cause you to slow down in your progress of your life. Don't allow things that has happened to you in your past, or even what you may think, even the doubts and the fears. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And then you give up. Don't do that. Whatever it is that your mind thinks, your mind can thrive in. Whatever your mind thinks, your mind can thrive in. So give yourself that permission. Go from just having a seed of hope, a seed of light, to shifting it to what am I going to do with this power, with this talent, with this whatever I was given? What am I going to do with this? How am I going to plan it so that I can blossom my dream, so that I can grow, so that I can be enlightened, so that I can radiate to my highest level? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Hey, Grammy's Journal, welcome. Happy Tuesday to you. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. Using what you have inside of you. And I want to speak to each and every one of you. I want you to focus on this thought that I'm saying right now, what you have inside of you. Don't let anybody take it away. Don't let anybody dim it. Slow it down. Use the talent that you have, your gifts, your talents, and your blessings. Believe in it, encourage it, let it blossom and grow. And then go out there and make your life make sense to you. You have to make it logical for you. See, that's how people become successful. It's not that there's really a new idea, it's just the person who actually believed in that glimmer of hope, that little seed inside of them, and believed in it so much that they became on fire with it. It doesn't matter how many times I fail at this, it doesn't matter how many times people say no to this dream, say it's illogical, stupid. See, we have to make our life make sense to us. That's how you get to the prosperity, the light, the shine, the radiation, the high vibration. That's how you get to it. That's the sauce, the gems, the fire is what you do with what you have. The hope inside of what you're given is how you use your vision. And are you dimming it? Are you downgrading it? Because I don't want to, I don't want to intimidate another person, or this person may not like what I do. See, you're walking on eggshells to please other people when the people don't even care. They actually want you to be, they actually are trying to sabotage you. They actually don't want you to win. See, the people out there, they love it when you're not in your purpose. They love it when you're not going after your passion. See, you're keeping yourself at a low vibrational level. Don't let anybody keep you at a low vibration. Get away from those illogical people. Get away from those negative people, the ones that are laying dormant for years, the ones who are always talking about dreams instead of being about the dream. You see what I'm saying? See, I want you all to win. I am your mindset shifter. Just because your situation may not be where you want it to be, it does not mean that it won't be. Okay? It doesn't mean that it won't be, but are you allowing yourself to believe that you can? Are you speaking of it in first person? Not I will, I am. Not I will, I am. Put yourself, whatever it is that you're trying to do. That's why I stopped saying I'm just not an encourager, a motivator. I'm a mindset shifter because I believe in shifting the minds of others. And when I say that to you, I want you to think about some things that you can shift out of your life. Useless things, dark things, toxic things. And when you shift all of that negativity, guess what? Where it's not crowded and full of junk and unhappiness and negativity, here is how you can thrive. Here is how you rise. You rise in a positive environment. You rise when there is hope. You rise when there is peace. You rise when there is love. And don't look for that love outside of yourself. It's wonderful if you have it, if you possess it, if you have the support, but don't look for it. Don't look for that support anywhere. That support has to be inside of you. That's why I say all the time, you have to be your own best friend. There is nobody who is going to give you friendship like you give to yourself. Amen. There is no friendship like you give to yourself. So love yourself through that. Love yourself through everything, every situation. Believe in your light and know your worth. We have to make things make sense to ourselves. We have to love our own self personally. Make things make sense to us. We look at other people and we'll say, that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense, right? And we try to make things make sense, but everything is not meant for us to digest it, to take it in. Maybe that's not your road. That's not your thing that you're supposed to fix. And we as human beings, we try to fix other people. We try to fix the things that others do because it may be crazy, it's off, it looks like mental illness, we don't understand it. But the most important thing is, what are you doing with your life? Are you making your life make sense to you? How are you using your energy and your power in your life? How are you using your energy, your power, your light, your talent? See, I was told, I was told to tell you all to use your powers for for pure motives, for good motives, for healing, for strength. Use your power, and when you start doing the things that you like, you believe in, guess what? There is nothing else that will happen to you but blessings, but light, but more energy, more encouragement. See, get into your peace, get into your light, get into the promises that you have made to yourself. See, I want to pause on that for a moment. We have to make some promises to ourselves. See, certain promises that you make to others that you need to release yourself from. In families, we sometimes feel, oh, I have to be the protector of everybody, but they're not protecting you. Who needs to hear that? You're protecting everybody, you're caring for everybody, you're burning the candle at both ends, but nobody is nurturing your spirit, feeding your spirit, supporting you. That's why you have to pause, meditate, give yourself that peace and that freedom that this is my time. Have your personal time where you sit and you think, how am I treating myself? Am I being a good friend to me? We always think about friendship with others and being a good friend, a good family member, a good spouse, a good this, a good that. But are you being good to yourself? Are you feeding your own light? Are you recharging your batteries? See, see that makes sense. That right there, that makes sense. And it's very difficult to do things for ourselves that we easily and we freely, very freely, someone asks us to do something and you just jump up and you do this, you do that. You're undercharging for your talents and your gifts. You always are blessing other people, there for other people. But when it comes to you, what are you giving and doing for you? What are you feeding yourself? Are you giving yourself your rest? Are you giving yourself your peace? Are you forgiving yourself for the past, for your present? Are you using your talent? See, all of those things, that makes sense. You can't keep giving everything and then you are empty and hollow inside. See, one of the best things that I ever learned, here's a nugget and a gem from my therapy. You're giving 100% of yourself to others. See, and you have to stop giving and giving and giving. See, the first thing of the day should be filling up your cup. So try waking up before everybody in your family. And you have to do something to ground yourself and sitting in your quiet space. And I love to sit down on the floor and take some deep breaths and ground myself and say, I'm so grateful that I'm here another day. I have so many blessings and I love myself. And right now, I'm going to pour into myself so that I can pour into others. I am full. That's one of my favorite things to say to myself. I am full. I am not empty. Today, I will walk in peace and light. I will draw like a magnet things that will cause me to reach to prosperity. See, the more that we say those things and we take our deep breaths, when we center ourselves, then we can allow other people to come in to dip into our cup because we've already filled it up. See, we've gone through the whole, you just wake up and right there, you're there with kids, or you're there giving to a spouse or a family member, or you just run out of the door and you give to a job and you give to this person. And that's why you lash out. See, that makes no sense. That, that makes no sense. You can't give to another person before you have given to yourself. This is why we experience burnout. Why you lash out. You didn't center yourself at the beginning of the day. And anytime where I step ahead of my own self, I put the cart before the horse, jump up and you're running to help up. Hold on. Did I ground myself yet? Did I pray? I have to ground myself. Then I say my prayers and then I can get up and be for other people. And then make sure I eat something. And then now, but you have to train other people that I cannot do anything for you until I do for me. And it may be a training thing. You have to train your family and your friends that I'll help you in an hour or 2 hours, but right now is my time. Right now is my time. And that's not being selfish. That no. And when somebody will say, oh, you're being selfish, no, I love myself and I'm my first friend. See, that's filling up your cup. And we have to learn to do that. Fill up your cup before you fill up somebody else's. I saw a few came in the door. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Welcome. And I said hi to Grammy's Journal. Hey, Vernell. Welcome in. Yes, you have to get rid of what doesn't serve you. You have to chew the meat and spit out the bone. Take the nourishment you need and get rid of the rest. Yes. Take what you have to use. You have to take the things that help you along with your purpose and your passion. That's something that I had to learn for myself. And why I was sidetracked, tracked, or hurt before is because I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know why I was here. I didn't know my passion. And until you find out your purpose and your passion and what you're trying to do, you don't know the road that you're trying to go down. You have to know who you are, what you're trying to do, or you're definitely going to get sidetracked. You're definitely going to get used. And that's how you make sense of your life. A lot of things are illogical to us because we haven't found what is logical to ourselves, what makes sense to us, what is our purpose, what is our passion, what brings us joy. And I'm telling anybody who needs to hear it, just because you haven't done it yet doesn't mean you won't. But it starts with those thoughts. And remember, like I was saying earlier, it's having those seeds of hope. Have a seed of hope and then implant it inside of yourself. I have hope for the future. I have a belief in myself. I have enough strength and courage. See, you have to have that self determination inside of you. And it's important to feed it, especially maybe when it feels low. Maybe that fear creeps up, that worry, that stress. So someone hurts us or says something negative or mean to us, and you may start to doubt yourself. That's when you have to go back and encourage yourself. Feed your own self on the inside. See, a lot of people they worry about how they look on the outside. You could put on a mask, very good for everybody, and fool everybody. Look good, Your life may look great, but on the inside, how are you doing? How are you taking care of you? You got to make it make sense to you. Don't worry about how you look to others, how you appear, what others think of you. That's irrelevant to your life. That slows your progress. That does not feed your mind. What is your purpose and your passion for you? You have to think about it. And how can I make that make sense to me? How can I make that bring me more peace? How can I make my passion my lifestyle? How can I make my passion my reality? Very important. Yes, you have to put on your oxygen mask for yourself before you can help someone else. Love on you first with God in the middle of it. You have to put on your oxygen mask. You have to save yourself first. And that's why it's so important to have these discussions, to understand who you're surrounded by, and the people that you're surrounding yourself by will prove who you are. A lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter who I'm around. It does. It makes a major difference. You may not even understand why you may feel so drained. Why do I feel so drained? Why am I not able to accomplish anything? Because these people keep calling you, help me, help me, help me. And you're so busy helping other people and you're not helping yourself. Yes, Grammy's Journal. You have to learn how to do it for yourself. You have to feed and nourish your own spirit, your own mind. And honestly, sometimes our mind, our focus is not good. You may be in a dark space, a toxic space. Maybe other people, maybe you've always been told that you can't do things. Or maybe you're a person who starts things and doesn't finish them. I used to be that way all the time. I start something, I get excited, and then I give out. It's because my why wasn't strong enough. See, when you ignite a fire under your why, that's going to help you to continuously go, because anytime I'm about to give up, I look at my why, and then I get up again, and then that fire, it gets even hotter than it was before. I get even more excited. See, we can have a why, but is your why big enough? Does your why cover when you have your fears? Does your why cover when you have worries? Does your why help you when you are down? Does your why help you when you have no support? See, strengthen your why. Get clear about your why. See, a lot of people, they would just say a small statement. I do this because of my kids. It has to be more than that. I do this for my kids so that my kids will not have to work, so that my kids will not have to make the same mistakes that I made, so that my kids can retire when they're 18 instead of having to work their whole life. See, you have to strengthen, you have to make your why stronger than just a one word statement. It has to be more than just just because just because I want better. While that's good, it has to be clear. You have to clarify, 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 clarify your why. Once I started clarifying my why, everything started shifting. Why is it that you're doing this? And get more in depth. Go all the way in on it, and see yourself in doing and being what your purpose is. Do you visualize yourself there? Visualization is so important to make your life be successful for what you want to do and be. You have to see yourself. It has to be so clear. It has to be so clear. And I'm telling you, it's not going to make sense to other people. but it has to make sense to you. That's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter if other people don't like your passion. It doesn't matter if other people don't like the way you talk, don't like the way you look, don't like who you used to be. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who are not going to like you when you start shifting into your purpose. I'm preparing your mind and your heart. There's a lot of people who are not going to like you when you start walking around smiling, when you get into the gym, when you start looking good, when you men, when you start looking, you're looking handsome. The ladies, when you're looking beautiful. People don't like when you elevate because you're making them look bad. When you're using your talent and your purpose, I'm telling you, people are going to be angry. They're going to say, oh, they changed, or how did they do that? You're going to confuse a lot of people. Trust me. And then people are going to start some mess. They're going to start some lies about you. Be prepared for it. See, because when you're strong, when you're elevated, people are going to try to find any way that they can target you, any way that they can cause you to break down your defenses so you slow down because they don't want you to win. They want you to stay in the same position. They want you to stay in the darkness. They don't want you to elevate to the light. They want you to be in a low vibration just like them. They want you to be negative. But don't let other people cause you to stay stuck. That's why I say you have to make your life make sense to you. It doesn't matter if they don't like it, they don't understand it, whatever. It's people who aren't going to like you, plain and simple. Actually, they're going to hate you. Be prepared for that. People don't like when you're spreading your truth, when you're living in your personal truth, when you're living with joy and peace. People don't like to see when someone walks around smiling and they're happy. They look good. They want to do something, immediately try to attack your character. Who do you think you are? You're not anybody. See, that's projection. People want to project something onto you so that they can make you feel like them, but they're just trying to mirror. They're trying to mirror what they themselves are. Don't let anybody take you down that rabbit hole without your permission. Remember that you have the divine right to success. You have a purpose. Find out what your purpose is and get into it. Define it. There's a lot of things out here that aren't going to make sense, everybody. There's a lot of things that's illogical. It doesn't make sense. Don't try to waste your time trying to figure out why they don't make sense, why what they're doing doesn't make sense. All that matters is what you're doing. Does it make sense to you? Does it bring you peace? Does it raise your vibration? Does it raise your light? Does it make you feel good? See, that's important. Don't follow behind what other people are doing. See, their story is not yours. Their background is not yours. Their light is not yours. We have to learn to cast our own light. We have to cast our own light, our own draw, our own bubble. Protect our own thoughts, our own spaces, our own opinions, and don't let them become diminished because another person doesn't understand it. See, your opinion does not become invalid because someone else says that it is. Don't let other people invalidate you. You're valuable. You have meaning. You have a purpose. But it's about you finding what that purpose is, what your passion is, and going after it vigorously, seeking it, tweaking it, understanding it, and making it happen. Everybody's purpose, light is going to be different. There are some that you're never going to get on their plane, but it's about your elevation and your progress in your life and what you are allowing to come into your area. That's why I always say protect your peace. Don't let other people with their negativity, their drama, their whatever come in and affect your thoughts. You have to dismiss it. Dismiss them. Block them out. Your life must make sense to you. And a lot of times our life doesn't make sense to us because we have everybody's junk in our mind. That's why we have to come to some mental clarity, get crisp and clear, remove all of the toxicity, all of those doubts, all of those fears that it may bubble up. It's normal to have fears, but it's what you do with the fears. It's how you choose to deal with and cope with those fears. Are you going to sit down on your fears, hide them, run away from them? Or are you going to say, yeah, I'm fearful, but then put match with your fear knowledge? Most of the time, when we have a fear of something, it's just because we don't understand why we have the fear. But when we gain the knowledge, when we gain the understanding, that fear subsides. Even sometimes that fear goes away. When you try and you learn to do something over and over again, it's not a fear anymore. It may be something you enjoy. Sometimes you figure out it's not even something you want. We a lot of times feel that we want and we need things so badly, and then when you get it, you're like, I don't like this. I don't like that. It's because you are spending your time trying to achieve what somebody to the left or the right of you has, or what somebody to the left or the right says that you should do. It's very important to narrow in your focus, to get aligned with your own spirit. What do you want to do? What am I good at? What is my purpose? See, that's making your life make sense to you. You have to use your talents and your gifts. You must. I always say it's not optional. It's not optional. Love for yourself is not optional, and some make it an option, and it's not. Love yourself for who you are, for where you are, and for where you deserve to be. Yes, I'm speaking that over your life. Anyone who is dealing with negativity and doubts about their self awareness, about their self worth. See, I speak all the time about self improvement. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to possess your light. You deserve to go after things that you want to do. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. Gain the knowledge, try new things, but you must be joyful inside of you. It's very necessary. It's very important for you to not only feel good about yourself, how you look on the outside physically, but also loving yourself for who you are on the inside. That inner work, that deep dive inside of yourself, other people can't see it. And that's why it may be illogical to other people what you're trying to do because it does not make sense to them. But people don't know your struggle. People don't know your background. They don't know what you're struggling with, what you're dealing with and coping with on your day to day. But you do. So think about it, write it down, and then be consistent and active in going after doing and being why you're here. I believe that each of us is here for a purpose and a plan. but it's taking that purpose plus your plan and getting passionate about it. Getting passionate about it. Get passionate about your purpose. That's how you make sense of your life. That's how you get logical with illogical people. See, people allow others to cause them their detriment, their giving up. They cause them to crash out in this life, to stop doing the things that they actually like. You give them so much power, that mind control. You only allow people to go so far with you, okay? You allow people to go so far with you, and then you say, that's enough. And you stop right there, and you're not going to go any further. Or tell them they can leave. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Okay? Put it in its place. Elevate yourself. Show that you respect yourself. Show to others that even if you may not respect me, I respect myself. See, that's self love, self respect, self awareness. Don't let anybody go into spaces in your mind and your heart and your passions that you've been working hard to fulfill. People don't know what you're dealing with and coping with. I say that all the time. It's so much easier if people would just be kind. What does it take from somebody to be kind? What does it take to smile at somebody, to be supportive? And some don't know how to do that. Others don't know how to support, nurture, tell somebody that they're doing great. Others don't know how to support others because they have not been supporting themselves. But you have to be strong in your own right. You have to love yourself. And that means getting into your passion, getting into your purpose, not dimming your light. And I'm telling you, you turn up the fire inside of you until you're scorching hot. Go out there and be a trailblazer. Use your talents and your gifts and stop being afraid and scared of what somebody else says. People will always judge you. I'm telling you that. You can't stop other people from judging you. You can't make people like you. People are always going to be dramatic. There's always going to be people out there who have mental illness and they have their problems, but don't bring them into your circle. Don't bring them into your circle. You got to have a private space that is only meant to be for you. That's your personal space, but you allow them to come too close to you. You allow them to discourage you. You allow yourself to believe the lies of others. You allow yourself to be fed on their broken promises, on all of their projecting, telling you you're this and you're that, and you believe it. Why are you believing in their lies? Why? You don't deserve that. You deserve much more. See, love yourself. Loving yourself will go so far in your life that even when your circumstances right now presently is tough, but you can possess joy within your struggle because you know that better is coming for me. Everything is working out for your good. Consistency, joy, fear, but following through. You can be fearful, but follow through. See, I wanted to have this conversation because I want everyone who has listened to this live or in the replay to understand there's is a lot of people out here and they make no sense. And honestly, some of them, they're touched mentally, you know? They have some drama. They're toxic, they're evil, they're poisonous. They're trying to do things to break you down. But don't let other people with their nonsensical thoughts and ideas stop you from you making sense of your life. Don't let others slow down your progress, slow down your worth. Go after what you want. Go after what is yours. See, I believe in claiming a thing. I know that this is meant to be for me, and nobody is going to stop me from having it. It has to be your personal possession, your personal light. Don't let anybody diminish the light that is within you. Don't let anybody diminish the light that is within you. You have to love yourself. That's inner work, and make your life make sense to you. I'm Marlene, and I'm the content creator for Marlene Motivates, and I am your mindset shifter. I'm here for all the self improvement, motivation, positivity, and life lessons. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and the replay gang, leave me a comment in the comment section below. And I would love for you to join my channel membership for member only perks on all levels. You're going to want to join this membership because I got something good coming up for my second level of member only. Thank you so much for joining me today. Shout out to all my mods holding it down, supporting my channel. Shout out to all my members who support your girl, those who also hit me on the Cash App. Thank you so much. And for everyone who is a subscriber, thank you for trusting Marlene Motivates to be your source of encouragement and positivity. I take it very seriously. And like I always say, every single video, live stream, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Oh, oh, hey, yeah, yeah.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive.